people want to know, how do I take the conversations that I'm having in direct messages on my Instagram stories? And how do I take the comments that are on these posts? And how do I turn that into actual real clients and consistent closings? But I don't want to get burnt out, and I don't want to be posting 5 times a week, right? And we're going to talk exactly about how you can actually post less and convert more. And then I know that there is a huge feeling of resentment around the amount of time the whole thing takes, right? Like, you feel like you have to be a full-time content creator first and a real estate human second, and that is not what you signed up for. And so there's a lot of big feelings and emotions that come with the overwhelm of just social media. And so one of the things that I am really, really passionate about is simplifying, making something that's actionable, doable, simple, and that really works. I do not post 5 times a week. Friends, I post once a week in the feed, maybe 2 if I'm feeling wild that week. And I really spend my time very differently on social media because I actually have a very different perspective than most social media speakers and coaches and experts. And so I'm going to share that with you. I look at social media not as a content machine, right? Of course, yes, we'll talk about content. Content is important. That's how you build your brand. And I know that they're posting. I know that your listeners are posting. And Jason, they've probably been posting for a number of years. And all of a sudden in the last 2 years are like, why isn't this working? It seems like it used to work. It works for other people. And then one of 2 things happens. They say social media doesn't work anymore. It's too saturated. I'm giving up. Or they start copying everybody else. And neither one of those solutions feels right. So we'll address that. But essentially what's happened is there's a lot of things that have changed in social media, because you remember 10, 15 years ago, when I was a realtor, we did not have social media.